A Broward judge peered through a virtual reality headset for an immersive experience an artist designed to illustrate this defense expert's opinion.
Florida. We all know it, we all love it, and we all know how wacky it is, but they've outdone themselves this time. Because a couple of days ago, we were greeted with the best courtroom cam footage I've ever seen in my life, presented live on the news. If I sound excited, it's because I am, because today we have witnessed judges in virtual reality. I'm not joking. Imagine this, an entire courtroom full of people wearing the Oculus Quest 2, immersing themselves in VR, just so that they can experience a court case. Well, you don't need to imagine anymore because it actually happened, and I want to go over it because it's one of the wackiest things I've ever seen in my life. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Also, before this even starts, I want to apologize if my audio sounds off. I have a lot of kittens running around my house right now because I'm taking care of them for a little bit, and my neighbors are doing construction, so that's a short explanation.
Case like you have never seen before.
The defense turning to virtual reality to show the judge what they really claim happened. Local 10's Christina Vasquez live in Fort Lauderdale with this exclusive. Christina.
It is immersive and all from the view of a defense expert, and what the defense attorney in this case is calling a first in any courtroom anywhere in the state of Florida. A judge today did admitted into evidence a virtual reality experience as part of this Stand Your Ground hearing.
This is when he pulls the gun out, when he's backed up against the bar.
Why do I feel like this was made in Meta Horizons? This is actually amazing. I feel like Mark Zuckerberg made it for this court case to promote the metaverse to people. This almost feels like an advertisement for the Unreal Engine.
At a Stand Your Ground hearing Tuesday,
Nobody backs off.
a Broward judge peered through a virtual reality headset.
These people are coming into his space, right?
And he's backing up.
And he's backing
so
up.
as not to be injured like his wife.
For an immersive experience.
I get pissed off looking at this guy. What the fuck is he doing? Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever put on a VR headset like that. Why can't you just wear it normally? Why do you gotta be different? All I'm saying is if my legal defense doesn't even know how to put on a fucking headset, I feel like I'm gonna be screwed.
An artist designed to illustrate this defense expert's opinion.
As we back up and are being approached, and it's like a chest-to-chest encounter, no matter where you look.
That based on his review of depositions, a site visit, and sworn witness statements to police.
Just seeing all these people in VR just kind of makes me laugh inside, but I'm wondering, how did they get the headsets? I mean, just sitting here thinking about it, did the defense bring the headsets from home, or did they use taxpayer dollars to pay for everyone's headset? And it's an Oculus Quest 2, and assuming it's not that old, it's only like $200, so it's still $200 a person with the headset.
Now this is where the vase was broken from the chair that had been thrown previous.
And this is actually a photograph from one of the videos, right?
Yes, that's correct. And there's the names.
And the purpose of putting in this photograph is to show what connection to this animation.
That's correct.
Miguel Abisu, the Southwest Ranch's wedding venue owner, facing 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for waving a gun at guests last year.
Before we even look at the footage, I need to know, how do you get a job making this? What was the proposition given to the person who had to make this? Because I don't think they have game developers on deck. And it must have been the weirdest call to receive. Like, hey Paul, I'm going to court on Wednesday. Can you get on VR chat and make a virtual experience to show how I got assaulted?
This is when he pulls the gun out, when he's backed up against the bar.
Did so in self-defense, he testified.
Standing right in his personal space.
I feel like you'd have a great argument for self-defense if this is what came up into your face, because it looks like the High Evolutionary and Amanda Waller had a child. Whoever made these human models must not know what a human looks like.
He still has not brought out his gun.
That is correct.
Placing the judge and the defendant's shoes.
Physical size difference, the age difference, and then he's grabbed.
Viewing the incident through Albisu's point of view.
Saying, get out, get out, get out.
As his defense attorney works to convince the judge to give his client immunity under Florida's Stand Your Ground law.
I believe is the first time in the state of Florida, in a criminal or civil case, that virtual reality was admitted in evidence.
This is a great milestone for Florida, once again proving they're the most backwards place in all of America. I'm pretty sure it's only going to be a matter of time before you allow Minecraft recreations in the courtroom, but I'm really glad to see that Florida still has Ohio beat.
And it may be the first time in the United States that virtual reality was admitted into a criminal hearing.
And again, that moment is all related to the Stand Your Ground hearing. Think of it like a mini trial before the judge. So this will play out at least to the end of this week. If they do not hear all of those witnesses by then, the defense attorney says at last check with the court, they'll actually resume this proceeding in February. So let's say that they lose their argument with the judge, that argument being that our client should have immunity under Florida Stand Your Ground law. And instead, the judge decides to move this to a jury trial. You can can expect, from what I can understand from legal analysts, that this whole issue of involving such a new technology, virtual reality, and the experience that it generates and presented to a juror, that would likely have its own evidentiary hearing in a pretrial moment if this does go before a jury with both sides litigating the use of technology. We'll have to see.
What do you mean new technology? VR has been out for a fucking while. I believe the first VR system ever made was back in like 1968, so it's been out for a long time. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. We need to ask the actual important questions. How is this better than just giving your own testimony? I'm not gonna lie, yes, it is cooler, it's really unique, but to be fair, it's still only coming from the defendant's point of view, so it's still the same as a testimony. Plus, if the defendant's making a VR replication of what happened, then couldn't the person accusing the defendant do the same thing? It would just be 2 VR stories against 1. And yes, again, I am very confused as to where they got the headsets, because who's paying for all this? There's no possible way the state of Florida really approved a bunch of Oculus Quest 2 headsets just for this one trial, especially when you could have just made it a normal 360 video. You didn't really need the headsets at all. It was kind of just an accessory. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the logic of this entire case happening, but still, I find it completely amusing because this is honestly the coolest thing I've ever seen in the courtroom. And also, I do want to apologize for my audio. It's really windy outside, I have kittens running around, and neighbors are doing construction, so yeah, I have a lot going on. But truly, if we do have another court case that tops this one in the state of Florida, I hope it's determined by a Call of Duty 1v1 and the winner gets set free, because personally, I think that would be interesting. And also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help me out, and comment down below what you thought about it. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.